Hello everybody, and welcome to my channel, A Pilgrim and a Stranger, where I usually post renditions of old songs I've been working on. I know I haven't posted a video like that in a little while now. That's something I want to change soon. I've been working on some things, but in the meantime, I want to do a different kind of video. So we're going to have a classic unboxing video. I've never done one of these. I will admit it might not be a completely pristine unboxing because I did take this out to show my parents briefly, but I haven't fully unwrapped the thing, so there's lots of packing and everything. It'll be good to actually feel this item against my fingers. So I'll explain what this is. We have a didgeridoo that I've ordered. So you can see Fragile here, so it's from the workshop of one of the classic Italian artisans, right? Just kidding, of course. I do think the company's actually German. But if you're unfamiliar with the didgeridoo, this is an Australian Aboriginal instrument, traditionally made from a hollowed out tree. This one, of course, we're not going completely traditional. I was working with a budget here. This was kind of on a whim. I wanted to get a didgeridoo. I will say many of the didgeridoos out there that I came across were made of PVC. I've grown up around a lot of PVC, I'll just say. A lot of pipes. But I wanted something at least made of wood, right? If we can't be completely traditional, and completely traditional would be to go out into the Australian countryside, find a certain kind of tree that's been hollowed out by termites. There's some process of getting the junk out of the middle. I think you harden it in the outside in the fire. But there you go. The idea is that the Aborigines were people who lived very close to nature, and nature itself had a hand in shaping the instrument. So there was a close bond between the didgeridoo player, the didgeridoo itself, and the natural world. So yeah, this is a mass-produced instrument. At least it's not made of plastic. I thought I could at least make that concession. It is made of bamboo, which I don't think is native to Australia. But again, at least it's organic material. Another thing I noticed is that some of the other didgeridoos I looked at had the warning, Proposition 65, that it causes cancer. At least, that's the warning that's required by the state of California, and so we see it on products everywhere. My inkling is that if something's toxic in the state of California, that bad juju probably doesn't stop at state lines. Now, here's the thing. I know those warnings aren't everything, right? Probably some of the things I'm wearing on my body, right, would have that warning. I don't know. The only issue is if it's in something that I'm going to be specifically putting against my mouth for long periods of time, then I'm going to feel a little differently about it. And I think in those cases, the toxic chemicals were probably in the paint on the didgeridoo. I kept that in mind. So I wanted one that was made of wood, and I looked for one that wasn't going to be completely covered with paint. I wanted at least the opening to be bare wood. You can also get didgeridoo mouthpieces that are made of beeswax. I'll try the natural way first, and then we will order one of those mouthpieces. Okay, as you see, we have, oh, that's easy enough. So I took off the tape, and then this thing will just slide out. Here's the label from the company. The company is Terre. Yes, it says it's a German company. Specialized in hand pans. I'm not sure what those are. I guess you beat on those. Percussion, didgeridoos, as you see, djembes, and world music instruments. Actually, I was looking for a djembe a while back, and I don't remember if I came across that company at the time. I ended up buying a different kind of drum instead. Maybe that should be another video. But here we go. Finishing the process of unwrapping this thing. And this is it. It's not as big as I'd imagine. Ah, there we go. There we go. So it is very clear which end you blow into. So this is the end of it here. You see we have the name Terre engraved at the bottom. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Here we have the mouthpiece, and it is a nice, beautiful, polished mouthpiece. I'm actually pretty pleased with that. I thought it was going to be rough around there, looking at some other didgeridoos I saw on the internet. It's smaller than what I expected, and I have handled a didgeridoo before. I had a friend who had one, and I blew into it a little bit. This is smaller, probably because I ordered a higher key. There were different keys of these, just because of the laws of physics, right? The larger a didgeridoo, typically the lower the key. I got a relatively higher one because based on what I've been reading, I thought it would be easier to play. This is a key of E didgeridoo. That's also because I thought that would be a good key to harmonize with some other instruments that I'm going to be experimenting with. But here we go. I'm actually pretty pleased. Again, it's pretty small. That's not a bad thing. One weird thing about it is you see the designs here. Again, I wasn't being too picky about the designs. I was more interested in the materials. So we have bamboo. It's actually a kind of wood, even if it's not hollowed out by termites in the Australian outback, right? I'm not even sure what kinds of trees, what species they would use. But if your eye knows what to look for, you'll look at these designs, and these aren't Aboriginal Australian designs. Uh-oh. You do have a nice lizard, a gecko there, which you would see in some Aboriginal art. But this is Maori style art. So it was advertised as Maori tattoo style. Maori are from New Zealand. They are not one and the same, New Zealand and Australia. I don't know if the Maori have an equivalent to didgeridoos. I would imagine I wouldn't be surprised if they adopted the didgeridoo at some point, at least in the modern age. But yeah, so we do have a Maori design, so New Zealand design on this didgeridoo. Absolutely nobody I'm going to play this around unless I go on a world tour, right? I don't think anybody I'm going to play this around is going to recognize, those aren't Australian designs. Hey, they look neat to me. I like the simplicity of it. A lot of didgeridoos are colorful. I like the bare black design superimposed on the wood. If somebody wanted to get a little funky, you could fill in this line work with various colors. That would be neat. Seems like part of the process of personalizing your didgeridoo would be to add artwork. But here it is. Only so much I can say about it at this point. But I do plan to learn some basic techniques, be able to show those off. Part of my reasoning for getting this is actually to play it for a class. We're going to talk about Australia a little bit down the line. I have a couple months to think about this. But in the past, I've shown them videos of a guy demonstrating didgeridoo techniques. I thought, hey, if I could at least pick up a few of those myself, show them a didgeridoo in real life and demonstrate it, that's the kind of thing they're going to remember. So we'll work on that. So far, I don't know that I can do much other than this. That is not what a didgeridoo is supposed to sound like. So I'll keep working on this. Getting closer. No, I got a decent tone there at the end. Again, it's an unboxing video. There's not much I can demonstrate on this thing so far, but stay tuned. When I get some didgeridoo techniques under my belt, I will show those to you if you're interested. I'm also getting another instrument soon, so I've been looking into Native American flutes. Part of this is just to get some variety. I was worried I was getting something like carpal tunnel in my left hand from the guitar playing. So if I have a few wind instruments to fall back on, that's something I can just kind of keep experimenting with. I can keep doing things musically, and I don't have to stress my hand all the time, right? So that's it for the video, and until next time, hopefully I'll see you soon.